I think it's the smallest cellular phone you can get that's on the market today.
Shh, Dad.
What?
Turn it up, will you? They're showing our block.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wow.
That is our block.
It certainly is.
We should be waving or something, you know?
Doesn't look good on TV. We should move.
Yeah, wait, let me hear what he's saying.
Authorities are looking for the driver of a late-model four-door sedan that collided with and destroyed a U.S. mailbox at the corner of North Sanchez and Jerome. Eyewitnesses say the driver of the sedan was Caucasian, bald, and in his late 40s.
Yeah, that could be almost anybody. It is a mailbox. I think they're overreacting a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's a federal offense.
Yeah. Ben, why are you writing down that number?
Dad, will you pass the phone?
Why is that, Ben?
Well, I'm going to call them and report you.
What do you mean? Wait, Ben, do you think that I have anything to do with this?
If I go outside and check your car right now, will there be a mailbox on it?
Come on, Ben, what do you think?
Yes.
I didn't need a mailbox with a car, and besides, if I did, I certainly wouldn't run away from it. I would, you know, one thing your father is not afraid of,
What are you hiding underneath that overcoat?
mailbox. You know, shame on you.
You know what?
What?
Shame on you.
Why shame on me? I didn't do anything.
Well, how could you hit a
Why would you
mailbox and then come right home?
How would you think that
You're putting me in jeopardy. Now I'm complicit. I know about it. I have to call. I have a responsibility to the law.
You do what you got to do, Ben, but I'm telling you something. If you pick up the phone, I'm going to kill you. I find that extremely hurtful that you would suggest that in a million years I would do something like that.
Do you find this hurtful?
Ow! Yeah!
That's for what you did. Dad, I mean, you should take responsibility for hitting it.
Ben,
At least you could do is compensate me. You know what I'm saying? Wink? Wink? You don't want me to call?
You talking about some hush money?
Well, I don't know what it's called. And I didn't hear you say that.
How about instead of hush money, I just put a pillow over your head? How about
Suffocate
that?
me?
Yeah.
I'd have fun.
So what's going on with you, Jeff? You seem a little what?
Take a look at me. What do you see? I'm a big guy. A big guy, but watch what I say. I'm a little girl. I'm a pretty little girl.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd come in and entertain you. That's always a good opening line, you know.
Jeff, it's your time. What do you want to talk about?
I was just in Florida visiting my family. I saw my grandparents. My grandma, she's seen me perform a few times. One time she yelled out in the middle of my show, and I was bombing, I'll admit that, but she yelled out, "You need a new act! This one's not good anymore. They don't like it!" And I told the audience, that's my grandma. Mm-hmm. Whenever I go to visit her with a friend of mine, because they have a beautiful pool where they live in Florida, and I'll bring a friend over, she'll introduce them as my boyfriend. And this is Jeffrey's boyfriend. And I'll say, "Grandma, don't say boyfriend. That implies that I'm in a relationship, you know, with this person." And so then she would introduce them as, "This is Jeffrey and his friend Warren. They're just friends." I find myself lately calling up sex party lines. Mm-hmm. I call up and they put me into a room the last time I call up.
Right.
And there's all these people sort of getting to know each other. You know, what do you look like? What color hair do you have? That sort of thing. And then suddenly I'll yell out, "I love potatoes!"
Yeah.
And then they "Get off, old man, get off!" You know, and I get quiet again when it builds and builds and builds, and they get to a point where, you know, what if I did this to you? What if I did that to you? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just as they're about to get there, I yell out, "I love them fried! I love them mashed! I love potatoes!" Has anyone ever come to you and just wanted to sit and not say anything and just be?
That hasn't happened yet, but I can see that happening, you know.
And I also wonder if I sit here and let's say I convey something really personal that maybe you've heard like 400 other times, even though it's you know, something that's new to me. If you're thinking about pottery or something along those lines.
Well, that's the risk you run. You're going to have to trust that I'm a professional and that I'm interested in helping you. But what did you ask me? Note to myself. I wonder why Ben refuses to believe me.
I think you're overreacting. I mean, he's just playing with you.
Yeah. You know, I would appreciate it, Laura, if you would respect my privacy.
Well, I had to tell you something.
What's that?
Ben is on line 1.
Oh, hey, Ben.
Dad, destroying government property is a federal offense.
You know what? What should be a federal offense is your attitude towards your father. That
I
should
don't
be
like your
against the
tone
law.
right now.
Well, my tone is going to kick your attitude's ass in a minute. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know you, Dad.
Ben, you heard the report. It said he was in his late 40s and he was bald. So
How old are you?
I'm in my late 40s, but I got myself a full head of hair.
I guess I just never noticed it.
I'm balding, if anything.
Right.
No, Ben, come on. Just accept the fact that it's a coincidence that this character
But Dad, even
fits my description.
even though you're my father, I think I still have a responsibility to
Listen to me. I did not collide with a mailbox.
listen to me. I don't believe you.
Okay, now listen to me.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Dad, listen to me clearly.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you down. And I'll tell you something else. You ruined a mailbox in my neighborhood. I live here. And that's plain wrong.
Tony V to see Dr. Katz, unless he's busy or, he's got something better to do, laundry, or I could leave. You want a sandwich?
Oh, boy.
But maybe I'd go get you some cheese or something. I could just go do...
Just sit down.
I'm getting a little bit short-tempered with the traffic situation. You ever get in that traffic we got now where you're driving and then you're not? You're just going 60 and then all of a sudden you're going nothing.
Yeah.
You don't even go like 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, just nothing. And then you go a half a mile and you're going again. And there was nothing in the way. I don't mind getting stuck in traffic as long as when I get to where the problem is, there's a problem.
Yeah, you want some kind of explanation.
Did you ever get in that stop and go kind of traffic?
Yeah.
You go a foot and you wait, and then you go another inch and you wait. And you go the kind where you let the guy in front of you go an extra 60 feet so you have the illusion of driving fast for a minute.
Right.
And you're all proud of yourself. You go, woo! I get to where the problem was, and you know what was causing the traffic?
What's that?
Cardboard. Not even a cardboard box where you could potentially go, ooh, be careful, there might be kitties in there. Which, for some bizarre reason, has become my wife's biggest fear on the planet. Anytime we see anything on the highway, she snaps. Oh, watch out for the paint can. There might be kitties in the paint can. There are no kitties in the paint can. Oh, watch out for the donut box. There could be kitties
in the donut box.
There's no kitties. So, but it wasn't even that. Just flat corrugated cardboard. Swear to, the only thing that would have happened if you went over the cardboard at full speed is this. You would have been driving, you would have heard, and you've been on your way.
Dr. Katz's office.
Listen close and listen hard. I'm only going to say this once.
What?
I said listen close and listen hard. I'm only going to say this once.
Can you speak up, please?
I said listen close and listen hard. I'm only going to say this once. Okay? How are you?
What's up, Ben?
Has my dad made any, weird phone calls this morning?
No.
Yeah. Is he lurking around as opposed to just walking around?
No more than usual.
Right. Is his posture changed?
No.
You'd lie for him, right? You'd lie for the man, wouldn't you? You know what? You lie for the man, you go down too.
Ben, what are you talking about?
All right, look, my father is in deep shinola here, all right? Has anyone been around asking questions or anything?
No, not really.
All right, I can't really talk about it now, but the point I'm trying to make, Laura, is that last night I'm watching the news, right, with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
They report a guy, bald, late 40s, hits a mailbox and then drives away. It's like a hit and run.
It's a federal offense.
It's a federal offense. So I'm thinking now, I'm a little nervous. I'm sitting next to a guy who probably just hit a mailbox. I don't know what to do. So I just pretend like, everything's all right and everything's cool.
Yeah.
I don't make a move.
Well, probably wasn't him.
If my father goes up for this, which is an expression that you probably don't know that I do, but if he goes up to the Huskow, I just want to tell you right here, right now, that your job is secure. I'll probably take over. You can still schedule people.
Great.
Can
Right.
you believe my father hit a mailbox? First of all, can you believe they reported that on the news?
I make a lot of phony phone calls lately, but, not to strangers. I don't think that's very challenging, making them to strangers, Calling up somebody, and they answer the phone. Hello? Hi, I'm old. And what can I do for you, sir? I've got a big, long beard, and I'm old. See, there's no challenge in that. See, for me, the challenge is calling up my friends. If I can fool my friends, then there's talent in that.
Yeah.
My favorite person to fool is my mother. I called up my mom recently, and she answered the phone. Hello? That's the way she answers, no matter what. You know, hello, it's 70 and sunny where I am. Hello? Yeah, listen, we got your soap for you. Excuse me? Yeah, you ordered some soap? I'm sorry, I didn't order any soap. I don't recall. Ma'am, please, no attitude. I'm a working man, no attitude. You've got a window of opportunity between noon and 3. Noon and 3, we will deliver your soap. I didn't order any soap. Ma'am! Well, what kind of soap is it? It's like butter. It's delicious. Delicious, smooth, and creamy. Well, it sounds wonderful, but I didn't order any. Noon and 3, that is your window of opportunity. Well, I'm not going to be home between noon and 3. Could you leave the door slightly ajar? Just leave it ajar and leave out a sandwich. Roast beef, preferably on white bread. No mustard or ketchup, just plain. That's the way I like it. I'm sorry. I did not order any soap. I'm positive. You know what is my mistake? I apologize. Your friend, Miss Shelley Lipnack, she ordered you your soap. Now, I know that Shelley Lipnack's a friend of my mother's, and I know my mother will be calling her.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll say, listen, why don't you call her up right now, get it straightened out, I'll call you back in 10 minutes. So she's calling up her friend. Did you buy me soap? Did you order soap for me? Or even better, her friend's not home. You know, because she's still confused with answering machines.
Right.
They've got the delivery, and my window is between noon and 3, and I don't want to have an attitude, but they're hungry. They're so hungry. Call me. So I wait like 10 minutes, and she answers, hello? Yeah, I'm right outside your door with your soap. I'm right outside your door. Right outside my door? You must be on a cordless thing. There's no one there. That's because I'm hiding in a tree. I'm up in a tree. Come find me. It's a game we play. No tip needed. Just come on, find me in your soap. I'm up here in a tree. In a tree? What? Mom? Jeffrey. Oh, soap. Oh, God. I'm your mother. I'm not a guinea pig. Why would you do soap? Wait till your father's soap. Oh, God, why? You play these games with me. How's the baby?
Hi, Dad.
Ben?
Nervous?
No, I'm not, as a matter of fact.
Really? I just called to tell you that you did it.
Hey, are you confessing for me? Is this a new...
You know what? I've thought about it this morning, and I'm going to back you up, you know? I mean, if you want me to lie for you, I will.
I actually would appreciate it if you didn't lie for me, and if you'd stop lying to yourself.
That lying is fun.
Okay, look, lie for me, but there's nothing to lie about. I was in the bar until, I don't know, until a little bit before 11, I think.
Right.
Drove home, hit a mailbox, and came upstairs and watched the news with you.
Yeah.
Now, will you back off, please?
Oh, you're talking like a criminal. You're all screwed up in the head now. You don't know what to do. You're scared. I understand.
If I'm guilty of anything, it's guilty of watching the news with my son, you know.
I just don't want to see you go to prison.
I don't think you'd mind that much. I think what you would resent is having to come there and visit me.
I'm just worried that if you go to prison, you're going to come back all, like, muscular.
Yeah. Those guys are all in great shape, I'll tell you.
You'll have all the, those prison tattoos, you know. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you get your first prison tattoo, can it be my name?
You better believe it.
Thank you.
Benny boy.
Just put Ben on the wrist.
Yeah.
You know, those things hurt.
I think they play basketball and softball.
I don't know if they play softball. I don't think that's the number one prison sport.
You know, all of a sudden it seems like camp.
What, prison?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you one thing, though, Ben. You know, prison is not all it's cracked up to be. You know? I've treated some ex-inmates, and they found it confining, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But you know what? This game is getting a little tiresome for your dad.
You ain't kidding, but I'm going to still play it. Are you in the mob?
There's a long black hair in the bowl of peanuts. Just pretend like it's nothing.
What is it?
There's a long black hair in the bowl of peanuts.
In the bowl of peanuts. Want me to get it?
No.
No. Want me to braid it?
I'm just going to slide over to my left, one stool. I don't want you to follow me in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Ixnay with the air face.
What are you guys doing?
Huh?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Why are you moving away like that?
What? Like what?
Why'd you just move down there?
Huh? I was
We didn't move anywhere here, Ned.
stretching.
Let's play who can find the long black hair in the peanuts. You go first, Julie.
Is there a long... Are you serious?
Close your eyes.
Oh
my God.
Oh, jeez. You won already?
Ah.
You're so good at this.
Well, Dad, apparently you're off the hook. I read in the paper that the man who hit the mailbox turned himself in and received the swift hand of the law.
Right.
You know, a fine for what he did.
I'm taking this as an apology, because I know that's as good as it's going to get. Come
You know,
on.
I'm
Ben.
kinda
Just say the words, I'm sorry, Dad.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Let's wait on that. Why is hitting a mailbox a federal offense? I mean, that's a little severe, isn't it? I mean, you know how many people go up the river every year because they hit a mailbox?
Give me a hint.
Just that guy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of disappointed, actually. We need some excitement in this family once in a while, and I figured, I mean, that was an exciting 24 hours. I thought my dad was a criminal.
Yeah.
I could have written one of those books.
Yeah.
A memoir of a father who walked on the dark side by Ben Katz. And then I'd be like, in parentheses, yeah, the guy who hit the mailbox.
I'd like to read that.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's not as exciting to live with a guy who doesn't do anything wrong.
Hey, I never said I didn't do anything wrong.
Have you ever broken the law?
Broken the law many times in my life. In the 60s, you couldn't really call yourself a man and not break the law.
Right. What did you do?
Didn't call myself a man. No, I marched on Washington.
Wow.
I was in a lot of peace demonstrations. You know, where else were you going to meet women in 1965, you know? You know that famous prison riot?
Attica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that whole thing was a misunderstanding?
Really?
That the prisoners were actually quite content with the facilities, and they were chanting, adequate, adequate. I kid you not.
The media distorts everything.
Yeah. That blew the whole thing out of proportion. But who else owes who else an apology? And I'll give you a hint. Come on, Ben, just spit it out.
All right. You know, I apologize for maybe jumping to conclusions.
Thank you.
Now, don't applaud that.
No, I've been waiting for a long time. It's not. I know it's not easy for you to say those words.
Well, you know, I didn't actually say them.
Don't ruin a good thing, Ben.
All right. I still think you hit the mailbox.
She sounds like a loving wife.
There's somebody for everybody, apparently.
Yeah.
She has me doing home projects all the time. I always got to go to those big warehouse, those big, like, Home Depot and the kind where they'll give you anything. I love those places because you can go in and buy anything. You don't even have to know how to use it, what to call it. You could go into Home Depot and buy the side of a house. No one would question you. I need the side of a house. Left side or right side, sir? I don't have a clue. I suppose I should have taken measurements.
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
Yeah. You know, I gotta be honest with you. This whole crime thing has got me all fired up, baby. I'm all juiced. You know what I say?
What?
You and me, and we go on a spree. Just get in a car.
Yeah?
We steal one, or we rent. And then we just go, baby. You know, like those two criminals, you know, the ones who travel together, Romeo and Juliet.
Bonnie and Clyde?
Oh, Bonnie and Clyde, right.
Right.
See, but we would do it, you know, without all the violence. No guns.
Right. Maybe we could just make it a shopping spree.
Yeah, that would be fun. We go to that place that sells cinnamon buns, you know, the ones with all the glaze on them.
Right.
I love those. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I could eat like 8 of them. A little pricey, though.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah, but I'll tell you something about crime, Laura. There's got to be a good expression there somewhere. Crime.
Doesn't pay?
No, that's not good.
Okay.
Anyway, is Dada in?
I was up in the woods. I was up in New Hampshire.
Right.
I was riding around on my mountain bike because I'm still on this health kick.
Yeah.
And I get this thing in my head that I want to go see a moose. So I'm riding around on my bike. I turn a corner, and there's a moose, like right there, right in my face. And I'm going, moose. I turn into like an 8-year-old girl. Woo, moose, moose. And the moose is looking at me like, yeah, I'm a moose. What's the problem? We'll get through this, buddy. Relax.
Yeah.
And then you always remember this. They go, okay, if you're out in the woods and you see a moose, don't panic. Because they're more afraid of you than you are of them. All right, I got 2 things to say about that. A, you don't know how afraid I am. And 2,
B,
how do I know I don't run into the moose that has snapped? That he has just lost it. Not a minute and a half before I come doping along, he's going to his moose buddies. All right, that's it. If I see one more human, I'm eating them.
I just try. I used to answer the phone at my house when I was a kid. Hello? Hello? And my father would say to me, don't answer the phone that way. Don't. It could be the office calling.
Right.
And I thought, what does it matter if the office is calling?
Well,
It's not good, my father would say to me. And so I'd say to him, what, are they going to fire you? Next day he goes, no, Gene, we're letting you go. Anyone who lets their son answer the phone as goofy as your son does, they shouldn't be working here.
so, Jeff, what do you think the problem is?
No matter how much weight I lose, I'm still going to have a huge head.
True.
You should see how people react when I go to the movies. I'll go to the movies and the guy behind me will go, what's this? Oh, God. And I think, what should I deflate it, sir? Should I deflate my head? Would you? My wife brought a pump with us.
You know what the music means, Jeff?
It means that you're a very unsettling therapist.
I am?
Yeah, to have parting music playing.
Well, that's,
All right, play that music again. See, now I was expecting it. I'm enjoying it, and I'm leaving. Bye. You've been good.
Yeah.
I really appreciated you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm going out this door right here.
That's right.
I'm heading out, because you told me you're looking forward to next time.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye.